Hey friends, Pastor Buddy Chapman. Welcome to our Monday message. I was going to try to mix it up a little bit. I always try to come up with something new to try to just encourage the home team. And today, probably about the most encouraging thing I could come up with is how I really got started in ministry. And today I want to share behind the scenes, behind the music. I like doing a little behind the music and tell you how things came about. For you guys that don't know, many of us know, I've heard, Keep the Promise or KTP Ministries. That's what we do. And I wanted to give you a little behind the scenes how that came about. And really that came about from a friend of mine's father that was a really good friend of mine, Guy Higgins Sr. And really became real close with him as time went on. And as he grew sick and he was battling with cancer, his son called me one day and said, "Man, my dad wants you to come over and talk to him. My dad wants you to come over. He's been calling you all day." And man, I tell you, my heart was really heavy. I was like, man, I just don't know if I want to go. I want to remember my friend, how he was. But I thank the Lord that I did go. And when I went there to speak to my friend, the last time I saw him, he raised up in his bed and he grabbed my hand. He said, "Buddy, you got to keep doing what you're doing, son. You got to keep doing. You promised me you'll keep doing what you're doing. You got to keep playing the guitar. You got to keep doing the music." And I'm like, okay. I had no idea what was really happening at that time. But probably a few days later after that, my friend passed away. And I tell you what, at that time, I had not written a bunch of songs, just a little tear in my beer song. I was still rocking and rolling. I just gave my life to the Lord. But God is so gracious to take things and work them out for the good. And so the first Christian song the Lord ever gave me, the first song I ever wrote, was called Keep the Promise. And it really was just, based on what my friend told me and what God was showing me during that time. And from that, from a man on his deathbed speaking into my life, it transformed my life through the power of God and the love. And God chose to use this man, my friend, on his deathbed to speak into my life. Man, it's pretty crazy. You think, man, if somebody could be used on their deathbed, how much more could God use me or you if we would just be obedient to what God's got going on? So when you hear us talk about keepthepromise.org or Keep the Promise Worship Center, Keep the Promise Ministries and all that came from God working through a man on his deathbed. And this was the first song. This is kind of what launched everything out to what we're doing now. I want to share that with you, okay? It's called Keep the Promise. It goes something like this. Well, I made a promise just the other day to my friend before he slipped away. And I held his hand, I looked him in the eye. I guess that's when I finally realized yes, I realized. He said, "Now my friend, don't you be so sad. We'll meet again someday." So I kept my promise and I looked into these words that my friend had to say. So I grabbed a Bible and I read it page by page. And it came alive after each and every phrase. And I found Jesus, and now I know for sure He's a key that opens heaven's door. Well, now I take my time and I try to do things right as I lay my head to rest on my pillow late at night. There's so many things that I like to change, so many things that I need to rearrange. But my Bible tells me just to take it day by day. So I'm trying, Lord, can't you hear me say, Jesus, I love you. Yes, I'm always thinking of you. And you came into my life. died and that He rose. You know He did it all for us. And if you ever lose your way, just get down on your knees and pray, 'cause He's the one you can trust. It's just the greatest love story that was ever told. How God from up above, sun to sundown, don't you know? Just to save us. Now I'm gonna praise Him. And He came into my life, and now I know all this love I feel, I'm never gonna let it go. No, I'm never gonna let Him go. I keep the promise. So I hope you guys enjoyed that, a little behind the scenes on the music, you know. And I want to leave you with this. How much can God use you if you're available, man? I think back about that time after time. That's probably coming up on 19, 20 years ago, man. And I can't thank the Lord enough for putting people in my life and speaking life into my life. So I pray through the songs and through the testimony and through everything we do, man, that we are speaking life into your life. And let me tell you, the life is found only in the precious blood of Jesus Christ, the personal relationship that we have with Him. So friends, hey, share the message, man. Having a good time. I pray that you guys have a great week, but also I pray that, you know, as you listen to this message, listen to it with your heart and think about, man, what can God do in your life? And the answer is this: anything that He desires, if you just lay your life down and pick up His and walk with Him. Have a great night. We love you. Bye-bye.